and welcome to number 8 on the countdown to 10 videos. Countdown to 10 years. Whew. This is a bigger project than I thought. But I'm up to the challenge. I'm going to do it. Okay, in this video, I'm going to talk about the top 5 festivals I've gone to in the last 10 years. Number 5. The Mito Ume Matsuri, the Mito Plum Festival. The festival takes place in Kairakuen, which is one of the top 3 gardens in Japan. There are over 3,000 plum trees in this garden, and they bloom earlier than cherry blossoms, so around the end of February and the start of March is usually when the festival takes place. There are other events that take place during the festival as well, such as night illumination. The Plum Festival is the only time that Kairakuen Station is open. It's open just for the festival. The station is not accessible if you're heading south. So if you are coming from Hitachi or from Tohoku down to Mito, heading down to Tokyo, you can't access it. But if you're heading north, you can. The super express trains like Hitachi from Tokyo sometimes stop there. So I think it's a very easy day trip to go check out the festival if it's on when you're in Japan. So if you're heading north to Mito, you might as well hit the Seabird Cafe that I talked about at Hitachi Station as well. Alright, number 4. Okuribi. More specifically, the Gozan Okuribi. Years ago, I saw an episode of Detective Conan where the story, the murder, the case happened around the Okuribi, happening around town. And ever since I saw that and learned it's a real, actual thing. The event is at the end of Obon, which Obon is when the ancestors return and kind of check up, see how everyone's doing. Don't know incredibly a lot about it, but it's kind of like that. But the Okuribi is the last goodbye, thank you for visiting, see you next year, to sending off the ancestors. And what it is they burn bonfires on these mountains in certain shapes. For example, there's the Daimonji, which is a giant character Dai, which means big. Also, there's 5 altogether in Kyoto. So there's 2 Daimoji. Hello, baby. There's 2 Daimoji. One near Ginkakuji, one near Kinkakuji. Then there is a torii gate, one shaped like a boat. And then another 2 that make up the phrase wondrous Dharma. And in the Buddhist relief, it's a tad to say like Holy Spirit, but kind of not the same. I'm not going to get into religion at this point. 1 second. He's going to knock off my computer from where I have it. So you stay in the box. Okay. So they're spread out pretty far in Kyoto. So I don't think it's possible because they burn for a half hour. And they start like every 5 minutes. And the ones that go together, like the wondrous Dharma, light at the same time. But it's really difficult to get to all of them in the time because they're so spread out. So if you do go, make sure you know where you want to go. It's an extremely, extremely popular event. So there are a lot of people. And, be ready for that. Last year, due to the pandemic, um, they only lit 6 points of the die emoji. I'm not sure what happened with the other ones, but they only lit 6 points as still carrying on the tradition, saying goodbye to our ancestors, and the event continues, but don't come. It's not safe in a way, and you can see there's still a lot of people on the bridge, even though. Hubby and I actually talked about going this year. It's that finding the right mixture of it's safe but also not crowded because people still want to be safe. And we decided it's not worth it. We don't know, because you would have to like book a hotel and things like that way ahead of time, like now. It may be late, but we decided against it because we don't know how if it'll be canceled, if they'll only do 6 points again, and then is it worth it? That if we do it, we want to do it at another time. Also, the night before in Nara, they have their own Okuribi, and that is a little less popular, still crowded. And it's kind of cool to go see the deers and check out Nara, one of my favorite places, and have the Okuribi as well. That's pretty cool. Alright, number 3. Fuji Shibazakura Festival. Now, this festival takes place near Mount Fuji. And it's a large park that has breathtaking fields of Shibazakura flowers. Coupled and adding to that, Fuji in the background. It just, I highly recommend this festival. It's just, it was amazing. The park has a variety of areas that you can look from, like lookouts, and here's a photo point and whatnot. There are also a lot of food stalls and wonderful, wonderful food as well. The festival is usually held from starting in about mid-April and going for about a month until May, towards the end of May. As Fuji is notorious for being a shy girl, it's best to be flexible if you're like planning a trip to go and you're coming from afar. And to keep an eye out on the weather, like it's today a Fuji day. The website also posted, from what I can tell, looking at the website now, it said it was a rainy day. So I think they also post the weather too. Okay, number 2. Tachi Neputa. The Tachi Neputa. Oh my gosh. Okay, if you don't know, Aomori, in the northmost part of Honshu Island in Japan, like Hokkaido, Aomori. It's on this side. Oh, they're famous for apples and the Neputa Festival. This kind of drives me crazy because, okay, the Neputa Festival is one of the top 3, like the big festivals that happen in Tohoku, along with the Kanto Festival and the Tanabata Festival. So those 3. So it's extremely crowded, as you can tell. But in Aomori, there are 3 Nebuta/Neputa festivals. The main Aomori Nebuta Festival is around Aomori Station. And then there's the Hirosaki Neputa Festival and the Tachi Neputa Festival in Gawahara. and the Tachi Neputa Festival in Gawara. I think I got that right. The Neputa or Nabuta in Aomori and Hirosaki were great, amazing. Go see them. Like for example, in Aomori, they will put the floats on boats and they will go by on the water, and there will be fireworks as well. Oh, that was an amazing sight. However, if you're going all that way and you're going to check out the Nebuta and you're making the summer of this, go see the Tachi Nebuta Festival in Gawara. It's a mouthful, sorry. These Tachi Nebuta are huge, and I mean huge. And they get pushed around this route on parade in the town, and they remove the power lines, so they have this specific route so the floats can pass. Pictures seriously don't do them justice at all, and it's a sight I think everyone should see if they have the chance. Number 1. The Yuki Matsuri, the snow festival in Hokkaido, in Sapporo. Yes, 1,000 times yes, please. Now, I'm a little biased. I'm a Californian who loves cold and fell in love with snow when I saw it for the first time in Japan. I'm freaking Elsa. The cold doesn't bother me anyways. Let it go. Oh, the snow festival is just amazing. I went my first 2 years in a row when I got here in 2012 and 2013. And if I could go every single year, I would. I seriously would. The snow sculptures are amazing and they change every year. The details of the sculptures and the sheer size of the big sculptures, it's just stunning. It's breathtaking, stunning, any other word. Like going through and seeing pop culture related statues as well, like Star Wars or Pokemon, is so fun. Like, oh my gosh, look at this, it's so great, and it's made out of snow. In addition to the snow, like that's only really one site. There are like 2 other sites. There's one of them has a whole bunch of ice sculptures, and oh, it's so amazing. The ice sculpture, especially at night. Night is the time to go see the ice sculptures, and they're lit up, and it's just, oh, they're amazing. Also, I highly recommend, if you're going to Snow Festival, head over to the Shiroi Kobito chocolate factory. Have some chocolate in the cafe. Take the tour. You will not be sorry. Okay, that is it for my top 5 festivals in Japan. And I want to go to each and every one of them with hubby. I really do. Someday. Alright guys, until number 7 tomorrow. Ja!